want to kind of, and I kind of want to group. I'm, I feel like the Thunder and Blazers, they're not teams I'm really interested in talking about. Maybe the Thunder. Um, I mean,
We
we could
can
just
discuss.
got.
I think there's a little
Let's.
bit to discuss for each team.
All right, fine. We can discuss
Just
them.
quick, not like our last two. Those
Yeah,
two took way too long. We can move quicker through these guys.
yeah. Let's move through quick through the Thunder and Blazers.
Um, Thunder, I mean, not the Thunder, but the Blazers. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep patting myself on the back as long as I can. I mean, Shaden Sharp, I couldn't have been more right. Kid is mad talented. Keep an eye on him. He's got. I said this in pre-draft. He gave me serious Paul George vibes. Still does. I think the way he throws down dunks, he even more so should start reminding people of like Indiana Paul George
Mm-hmm.
early on in his career. That kid is really, really talented. If he can keep developing, they have like a legit future all-star, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Their biggest question is how quick can he get there, and does it at all match up with Dame's timeline? And I'm not sure it does, but he's farther along than even I thought he was going to be. And I was as high on him as anybody I know. So maybe. I don't know. I'd be really interested to see what they do. Do you think Dame stays past this season, Bernie?
I think they need to start, and it's not because I think that he's a bad player. I just think that I feel like
I think he stays.
he just doesn't fit the timeline that they're in right now. Like he's entering like his 30s. He needs to go to a team that's like really
Is he
serious about
32 now?
I think so. He needs to go to a team that's serious about contending. Like these other teams, like you look at uh like the teams that are up above them, like these teams are in like win now mode, and it just to me seems like Damian Lillard needs to go to one of those teams to get that. I know that that's not his MO. I know that he's really happy in Portland and he wants to continue to build a career there. But man, it is tough to see him score all those points, 71 the other night, a couple nights ago, and just kind of stuck on the Blazers. And it's not the Blazers' fault because they blew it up with CJ McCollum and went a different direction. But it just doesn't seem like those young guys are going to be ready for when Damian Lillard right now is in the prime of his career. And we don't know when
Yeah.
his prime ends. And it's not a knock against him. It's just everyone has an end date. Everyone has, and literally, but you know what I mean. Like everyone's not in their
NBA.
prime for so
Yeah,
long. And so to me, like they need to start figuring out like, are these guys going to be ready for Dame in the next 2 years? If they're not, then they need to start moving Dame, or they need to start moving these young players to get pieces so that Dame can contend for a title. But I know that
sure.
it's tough because you obviously have these young guys, and you're like, well, we'd rather just keep the young guys and maybe move off of Dame. Dame to the Knicks?
Yeah.
Question mark.
I mean, it's been out there for a long time that that's a possibility. I mean, we'd be disgusting if we had Dame, so I'm not opposed to it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he'll ever leave. I think he's the closest thing to Steph in the league as far as what he means to the team he's on.
Yeah.
I just don't. And I also, it's funny, I do think he's probably the closest thing to Dame in terms of on the court, too. Like, Dame is going to age like a fine wine as far as I'm concerned. Like, he's going to keep getting better and better. Maybe not better and better, but I just don't think there's a sharp drop off with the way he shoots the
Yeah.
ball. Um, he's gonna be able to do that until his late 30s probably. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm almost more of the opinion if you can convince this dude as he gets a little older to maybe start taking a little less. Maybe that's what they're doing. They
Yeah.
gave him that mega contract.
Mm-hmm.
Make your money early now, and as you get a little bit older, we'll see what happens. Right? Like to me, that seems like the most
Yeah.
logical path forward. But let's move forward to the Thunder. Bernie, one of our guys, this is a double pat on the back for both of us. We were both really high on Jálen Williams,
Mm-hmm.
out of
Same.
Santa Clara, that
Yep.
Jálen Williams.
Yep.
Um, and he has really lived up. I mean, there is, to me, no question that he's first team all rookie
Yeah.
this season so far. It's not even a debate. He's been one of the best rookies in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen his efficiency, Bernie? Have you seen that?
I've seen it. And I'm pulling it up right now. I mean, this is
I think
this
he's
is
like a
crazy.
58. I think he's like 58% true shooting, and he averages 13 points or 12.8 as a rookie. That's disgusting. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not a ton of points. That is very much unheard of for rookie guards. Like it's not
Yeah.
unheard of, but it's about as close as you can get
Yeah.
for guards in his age bracket. So
Yeah.
he is a difference maker for them in the long term.
Yeah, I mean,
He's probably their best defender too.
yeah. He is definitely one of those guys. Like if you look at Jálen Williams, and again, I know we're gonna talk about LA in a second, Jericho. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there. But again, like when I look at a guy like Jálen Williams, like I was super high on him because of what I saw. Like again, they play in the West Coast Conference with Gonzaga, so I had a better look at him. Probably just because my friends just annoy the crap out of me with their Gonzaga propaganda, and so I
You got to
watch.
find whatever you can. Yeah.
So I just watched, and like really watching him, like he is definitely one of those guys. Like I am excited for the Thunder moving forward, especially when Chet gets healthy. I know some people have uh their opinion on him, but at the end of the day, like when you can add him and whatever player that they're going to add from this draft class, I'm not sure what pick they're going to be. They're probably going to be a little bit higher than Wembanyama and Scoot, so they're probably going to be a little bit looking for maybe that wing. But even so, like maybe what they should be looking at is like maybe getting a veteran player and someone that
Maybe.
and just like really start like saying, let's try to make a Jesuit propaganda, baby. Let's start moving forward with this team and let's see what they can do. Again, like you said, Jálen Williams, super efficient, is gonna take about, looks like he's taking about like 15 to 14 shots a game, but he's efficient with it. He's shooting he's like 9 for 14 or like 9 for 16. Like he is super efficient. Again, his 3-point shooting isn't there because he doesn't take as many.
Yeah, he just doesn't take many. I mean, I think he shoots like 80%, and it's not 80%. I think he shoots like at more than 50% of his shots at the rim.
Yeah.
He shoots like 78% at the rim or something. That's mind-boggling for a 6'5" guard. That's crazy. That's like Jalen Brunson. Like, and he's, I mean, dude just won Eastern Conference Player of the Month. So it's not like doesn't mean nothing. Like you said, Anthony, efficiency separates great from good. I think that's very, very true in a lot of ways.
Dang, I was hoping that StatMuse would put his 2-point field goal percentage on here, but that's okay. Again, the Thunder will be good. Again, we're waiting for next year when Chet's healthy, and then we can see the real Thunder and see what what they can do.
If there's a year for the Thunder to actually, and my disdain with the Sam Presti jock riding has been long documented on this channel. I'm very frustrated with it. How long can you be celebrated without doing anything? I don't know. However, if there is a year to turn all that stuff into something, I think it's this year. Honestly, I think Chet is going to be a very talented guy. If I'm them, I'm sending Chet and like 6 first-round picks to try and get the number 1 pick. If I have to send 10 of my firsts, I'm trying to get Wembanyama with these guys. Just do it. Go for it. You have all the guards necessary. You have literally 3 guards on this team that you can ride for the next 10 to 15 years if you really wanted to. I mean, you probably couldn't pay them all for that long, but I mean, you could definitely try and have a really incredible squad. So, all right, let's move on. Let's start getting to good teams. Yeah. I shouldn't say good teams. Let's get to the borderline playoff teams. Yeah.